of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Alright, what's going on, guys? We're gonna get started in just a second. Thank you, of course, Nerd Immersion and Shadzar. Sorry, wasn't muted on Zoom. Thank you, Nerd Immersion and Shadzar, for our hosts. Welcome, guys. Retweet link is up, so if you haven't already, hit that retweet link. Let all your friends know. Some music going on here. We're gonna be getting ready in just a second. Put that back up. What's going on, Firebringer? How you doing, my friend? We're gonna have some fun tonight, guys. Got my cast ready to go.
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Thank you, Liquid Fire, the host. Thank you so much. Thank you for hanging out with us, too. I should probably go get drinks. I don't think I have any liquor in the house. You know how it is. Way too cold. I know that feeling, man. It's like 20 degrees here. Thank you, Friendly Fire TV, the host. Should probably put host notifications up on the starting screen. Alright. Thank you for the shout out support there. So we got this getting ready to go. I think it's like 3 degrees. Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. New York doesn't do too well with winter. Yeah, I think we're getting a little bit late, so why don't we get things going in just a second? Let me just pop over to my dashboard where I can monitor everything. You're in New York too, Judo Killer? I'm so sorry. Oh man. I'm sorry. Alright. What do you guys say we get into it? Have some fun today, huh? Ooh, Rochester. My brother went to school there. I've been to Rochester quite a bit. Alright, what do you guys say we get into it? Stop mucking about, right? In 3, 2, 1. Going live in 10 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Transition.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3 now.
Hello, and welcome everyone to another fantastic Sunday here on the Exploding Dice channel. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you for all the hosts. Thank you for the shout outs before. We are here ready to have a good time. I've got quite a show planned for you guys. But before we get into that, why don't we say hi to our cast?
Before we get into that, we're going to do this show. And then once this show's done, he'll do the exciting shit after.
Yes. No, this is the this is the one where I haven't planned anything and nothing interesting happens. And then once you guys leave, my real cast comes in and we like 1,000 viewers and it's front page every day and it's all good stuff. How are you guys doing, by the way? We were just talking about how cold it was.
You were?
No, I mean me and the people in chat.
Oh, I was going to say, I'm just...
Oh, because he mutes us and they talk.
Yes. That's
I wondered who you were talking to.
That sounds like my dad at Christmas dinner.
No, I have to mute you guys so I can play like music and stuff over the countdown screen. Because I don't
That makes sense.
I don't have one of those fancy soundboards that I can just switch between channels.
We're sharing a private moment. We just laughed about it.
Backstage stuff. So how you guys doing? Yes, one of those. I don't have one. You could mail that one to me if you want.
It's not mine. You can't...
Oh well then.
We've got one that we're not using, It's massive.
That's what she said.
Or he said.
That's what somebody who liked the wiener said.
Oh Lord. So how are you guys doing today? Let's answer that question.
Apparently.
I have and I have a check from voice acting, so I'm doing okay.
Was that $100 bill and a check?
Uh-huh.
Wait, hold on.
Check for $100, actually.
Oh, a check for
I have a
$100.
Ghirardelli, so
Ooh, and it's caramel. Good girl.
that's right. The only good Ghirardelli is the caramel Ghirardelli.
I also have a $100 bill.
We're not gonna.
Did you guys just go to the like $100 bill press today?
we-
Like,
Yes, I
Okay.
went to the $100 bill store and I bought a $100 bill for $100.
Are we stripping now? Is that what's happening?
This is. If
No,
you're
we're sharing
stripping,
now.
I'm paying you $100 bills. I'll break it down into singles.
Just throw the singles at the screen.
like dimes.
Make them last longer?
Exactly.
Actually, you would throw dimes? What kind of...
Making hail on those bitches. Yeah.
That was when I was in Vegas. That was why I got kicked out of the club.
Because you were throwing dimes at people?
They didn't like that.
Monsters.
At least rolls of quarters or something. No, this is Christmas money from my dad.
Tell your dad hi. Your dad's awesome.
Dad, Ashley says hi.
Oh, well, hello, Ashley.
My dad doesn't watch this, so
I kind of figured.
So,
I wouldn't want my mom to watch this. I'd be like, Mommy,
look, I'm internet famous.
It's everything you ever wanted from me.
She watches the show sometimes, and I'm like,
Oh no.
live?
well, the horseshoes and hand grenades.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
Because this is worse.
I was going to say
It's
if
got
she
Trindane in it, so it becomes.
that's what I was going to say, because if she watches this show, she's going to realize that I have the hots for your man. Hey, deal. Anyways, to answer your question, doing okay. Thank you, Adam. Go.
I'm Adam. I play a man-bear druid. I'm not the man-bear druid that everybody wants. I'm the man-bear druid that everybody needs. I'm here to save Gotham. I mean, Standpoint. And go, Chris, take it away.
This may take a while.
My name's Chris, and I'm in Orlando doing my wife. Okay, bye. Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
That was pretty spot on.
Also, Iron Man. I'm actually, or I guess Fate Kills, because I don't know why I didn't put my name on there. I play Kismet, and I can't hit shit. So stay tuned today to see if I hit something, and then we all drink.
Walls. You hit
Yeah.
walls. It's fun.
Is it hitting a wall if you accidentally like miss, and a wall gets in the way of your spell?
And finally, the incomparably, unbelievably sexy Zach Nafi.
Yes, who is not here right now, but we don't talk about that.
I talk about it.
So you guys, so I'm glad you guys are doing well. I just got back from work, and I don't know, I'm
Or
pretty.
are my arms tired?
Yeah, I just flew in, and all that stuff. So before we get into the game, just a couple of announcements. Obviously, we had a really fun show, an extra fuzzy dice episode. I don't know if if the music is too loud or not. Please tell me in chat, guys, how the sound is looking. What's going on in Pius? How you doing, my friend? So I was saying an announcement and I forgot what it was.
Had an extra fuzzy dice.
An extra fuzzy dice with Dave Traeger, Mr. Henley. It was a lot of fun. He's an awesome dude. Thank you, Dungeons and Distractions, for the host. You guys are awesome. Dungeons and Distractions, can we get a shout out for them? Another awesome. I meant in chat, but that works too.
That was lovely.
But yeah, so a fun extra fuzzy dice. Also, we spent our actual fuzzy dice episode on Tuesday. Not really doing the normal thing. I was experimenting a little. We did some campaign prep with some of the people that came to hang out, and we had a lot of fun. So I think campaign prep is probably something that we're gonna look into doing a little bit more of, because people seem to like it, and they seem to like being involved in writing out the notes and stuff for the campaign. Thank you, Judo Killa, for the host. Thank you, my friend.
Judy shop.
I presume that means that we can't watch the show.
Oh, the campaign prep. We actually did campaign prep for Age of Worms, which is a different campaign that I hadn't actually finished writing yet. So it wasn't prepped for this show, but yeah.
Age of Worms sounds awesome.
It
You,
is
get it, like inside of you, and you gotta like pull them out of your butt, like, and you like gotta sift through with a stick.
different campaign, different thing.
And different worms.
Yeah. So that's really all I have. As always, if you guys want to, we have Firebringer just tweeted out. I think he got them a couple days ago. The dice that he won last week, and they came in the mail, and he tweeted out pictures, and they were pretty cool. So if you guys want your own set of awesome dice, all you
Show
gotta
me
do.
your dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was gonna say fan art, but dick pics work also.
Yes, they do.
And
I gotta die too. And I'm still-
Is that metal?
Yeah.
I don't want to use metal dice because they
They're
tear
they're
up.
in these candles, and so as the wax melts down, it reveals
Ah.
the dice that are inside.
That's such a fun idea.
See, I just bought a set of game science dice, and I don't know if I explained it. Game science, I like them because they have like sharp edges. Like they're not like round. Yeah, they're not rounded off like most dice. The thing about it is, this is the D6, which is literally just a cube. Not sure if you're aware of this. Cubes don't roll very well.
Neither do small babies.
I mean, it depends on the incline. Anyway, so we that's all the announcements I want to get through right now. So we are going to we're just gonna dive right into recap and get into this because we got a lot of stuff to get through today, and we're a little bit late. So as we're gonna start saying. By the way, last announcement. In a couple weeks, I don't want to spoil anything, but I just commissioned something from a really, really cool musician that is a friend of mine.
Dave Navarro?
What's up?
Dave Navarro?
Yes. I just commissioned something from a really cool musician. You guys are going to see it on the channel in a couple weeks, because that's how long it's going to take to make, but it's going to be really cool.
Is it the dragon dragging Trendane away? Cause
No, it wasn't it's not art. It was a musician. So it's music.
is it the music?
Is it the sound
epic
of his
score?
dragging-
Yeah.
drags him
Yes, that is exactly what I commissioned. So you guys
Auto tune them.
Yeah.
got so much to live for.
so you guys keep an eye out for that, but for now,
Ear out. It's
yes,
music.
keep an ear out for that, but for now, get your tentacles ready cuz it's
Ooh,
time
okay.
for exploding dice.
I thought we were playing D&D.
We are playing Exploding Dice D&D. So, oh wow, that was really abrupt. So let's turn this music down, and as always, let's bring in the fantastic sounds of Sirenscape.
Sirenscape?
Serine
Who
Scape.
provided you with the fantastic sounds of Sirenscape?
Sirenscape?
So, for those of you who are curious, as you can see up at the top of the screen, you will be hearing a lot of cool music.
Top of the
And
screen is up there, just in case you're curious.
yes, above, you will be hearing a lot of cool music, a lot of cool sound effects, and all kinds of things. And those are all brought to you by our wonderful friends over at Sirenscape. And right now, we're going to put on some spooky music, because we need spooky music to set the scene as we begin.
Our voices are even brought to you by Sirenscape.
Yes. All right. So as we kind of bring the atmosphere down, what happened last week on Exploding Dice or on Jade Regent? Well,
Previously.
yes, previously on Exploding Dice, the party had just begun their investigation / assault on the goblin camp, the Lictoad goblin tribe, and after kind of making their way through the front gates, Xantor had actually opened the door to one of the huts. They had found the camp surprisingly empty. Xantor opened the door, and he found himself face to face with goblins that were both terrified and vicious. A fight ensued as the party tore their way through the goblins. Goblins began kind of popping out of houses, firing fireworks at them, running this way and that way, but between your martial skill and the help of your friend Maffei, you guys were able to cut them down to size and destroy pretty much the entire goblin tribe. You actually found that locked in the biggest building, I don't know who's typing right now, but as you were locked in the biggest building, you found the fattest and most corpulent of the goblins, Chief Rendwaddle Gutwad, surrounded by his elite goblin retainers, and I mean, it was a brutal fight, but you guys managed to, or mostly a large bear charging into the room, managed to kind of rip them to pieces. Lycon, however, actually infiltrated through a secret back door that he found, and in the process, he discovered that there was a goblin treasure room, though it seemed to have been completely emptied out with only one thing left, and that was a large mud-encrusted red treasure chest. You guys explored the contents. It was full of coins, jewelry, and some interesting exotic weapons, all of which you were kind of able to determine was not Varisian, not of local craft, but actually Tien in origin. Tien, if you guys don't remember, is the same nationality as the Kaijitsu family and a few others in town. So you took the chest with you, and because you were all kind of wounded, you decided to rest for the night in the goblin camp. During the process of which you discovered that apparently there had been a fairly vicious battle there before you got there. A battle that had left lots of the timbers broken or charred, and all of these very strange, almost skeletal footprints in the mud. And it was after that you interrogated the goblins, and you learned that he told you that the chest was cursed, that it had brought the evil creatures to them, and that they had fought violently until they had apparently taken the treasure back. The treasure, you also learned from the goblin, had actually come off one of the shipwrecks nearby. That was really all that you guys learned, as apparently there is the treasure that you're holding may bear some sort of curse, and that there is some sort of walking undead in the swamp that seems to possibly want it back. And so that is where we're going to pick things up for today. You guys are still in the goblin camp. You have not left yet, but you are all completely rested in the morning.
The weird part is, I have no memory of the cursed treasure part at all. And when you're describing it, when you tweeted it earlier, I was like, what treasure? What? I'm like, was I falling asleep the last time? That's because I know Balin was really pissed.
You were busy chopping off ears when Chris pointed out the treasure.
That's probably
And then we found out that there were footprints, but they were skeletal all over the camp. And we put two and two together, and then we determined that the map is what's drawn on the other side of the fan, which leads to where they stole, which was two sunken pirate ships. So we did some Scooby-Doo detective skills.
While you were going apeshit ear hunter.
Yeah, basically. So before we get into the game, I want to remind people there are a few ways that if you're enjoying the show, you can help contribute to the well-being of the channel and also get involved personally. As you can see down below, there's a big box marked donations. You can click that banner and you can throw a couple bucks in the hat. They all go to the goal of running the channel, and they come with some cool perks. So things like you can help give the player a player of your choice inspiration to assist them with a difficult role. You can the Wild Magic Surge doesn't apply anymore. That was for the charity game, but you can sort of perform a Harrow card draw that will possibly portend either good or bad things in the future. You can help create NPCs that populate the game world, all that kind of stuff. So consider jumping in and helping out and getting involved with the stream. Yes, Adam.
I was gonna say, there's even the prize of me and Trendane showing up at their house demanding dinner.
Yeah, that's actually gonna happen regardless, but
We're gonna be at your house
yeah.
Tuesday. Make something nice.
I would like to tell Mr. Alan James that every week that we tweet out this particular show, you don't have to add me to a list on Twitter called Critters.
I believe it's
I have to do that.
I believe it's automated.
I know it is. I'm just saying every damn week.
I was wondering about that. I'm like, how am I a critter? And I thought maybe I had cat ears on, but I didn't.
It's the term for the fan base for the show Critical Role.
Oh, I knew that. No, I didn't. I didn't know that at all.
Now you do.
Now I do.
So that's how you guys can get involved. If you do, please, or if you're feeling generous, please consider doing it. All of it goes towards the monthly goal of keeping the show running. And with that, we will get into things.
If you're not feeling generous, give more. Eventually,
Yes.
you will feel generous, and everything will be fine.
So let's dive right into it. Who you guys are awaking? It is morning-ish in the swamp. It's still fairly dark out as a layer of clouds hangs over the briny marsh, and a thick fog has kind of rolled in from the water, obscuring a lot of the terrain, including pretty much like basically because of the way the fog rolled into this fort. If you're standing on one of the wooden platforms, it almost looks like you're sort of standing on like a lake of fog or something like that, as the entire 5 feet below you is covered in this heavy mist. What do you guys want to do?
We're not supposed to see anything on the.
I haven't moved you guys to the map yet.
Okay, no.
I say we make our way to the sunken ship that was drawn on the map,
You said there were two.
the one that's closest to us.
I'm gonna pop up the map on screen for people to check out. So there are 2 shipwrecks that are marked on your map. Which one do you want to head to?
Which one?
I don't see it on the screen. Did you bring it up for us?
Yeah. It's in your handouts, but yes. So you can check it whenever you want, but there it is.
Ow.
Don't do that. It obviously hurts. The northern of the two would seem to be the closer.
Yeah.
And actually, it's a road.
Yes, are the little squiggles wet or dry?
I mean, you know that the lighter part, like the part that's the darker part is land, the lighter part is water. You can kind of figure that out.
Yeah, let's just head to the closest one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
See-
we'll probably die between here and the not closest one.
That's my plan. Then I'm gonna go lay down and finish trying to get over this thing.
He's been trying to kill us for weeks.
He's like, son of a bitch.
Has to keep logging in and playing with these assholes.
All right. So you guys want to make your way to the shipwreck that, as far as your map is concerned, is due west from you?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let me bring you over to this map over here.
Yes, please.
So you guys set out in the morning, and the terrain, obviously, the terrain is muddy and dank. So let's put on the swamp. There we go. Give me 1 second to set up some music. All right.
Buying the music for the evening.
So as you guys set out over the swampy terrain, it's very, very slow going because you can see very little due to the oppressive fog, but you are able to kind of to begin trekking and cutting your way through the trees. The map is actually fairly useful in keeping towards the shore. So let me reveal this little bit right here. And so you're able to kind of, you guys are here, by the way. You're able to kind of make your way very, very slowly towards where this shipwreck is marked. It's not a terribly long journey, but it does take you probably about an hour and a half to 2 hours of kind of trudging through this bog-like mud and fog to kind of keep your bearings. Yeah. I think I may have footsteps in the mud. Hold on.
That sounds like a really soulful emo song. Footsteps in the mud.
So, but you guys are keeping towards the shore, and as you make you can kind of see there's a kind of a clearing of trees nearby the shore as you're approaching, and you see what appears to be a structure that was probably made out of a ship, but it looks like this thing has been just absolutely torched. There's very little left of it. It looks like a shipwreck that was kind of beached and then almost cracked in half. And there was definitely kind of some sort of wooden structure that was put up around it. The wood itself has been burned and charred. Thick drapes of vines and moss hang over it as you kind of approaching from a distance.
The police are coming. So does it look sturdy enough that, I mean, is there anything to climb in or climb on top of or
yeah,
what?
I mean, as you're approaching, you can kind of make your way past this sort of fence-like structure and look around. It might, at least the bottom parts might be sturdy enough to walk on, but it looks like the fire damage definitely was heaviest at the on the upper decks, so it probably wouldn't be a great idea to walk there. But you can actually kind of find a hole in the side where you can kind of make your way in if you'd like.
Do we want to make our way in? Pokes, fellow travelers.
Yeah, I'm struggling to formulate an answer that does not involve describing this, I think. This seems like we've been here recently. Maybe not us, but us. Yeah, let's.
Wait, is this? Are you referring to like the other us?
Yeah, the other us. Yeah. I mean, the other us were in that village that we were just in, so it makes sense that the other us would have been in the ship too. I feel like the other me may have been, out of a window and then
carried.
Anyway, totally not this campaign.
I never felt familiar.
Once we started heading away.
So what are you guys doing?
I just said that.
Barely. You're by the way, Trending. You're once again very, very low.
Game.
I'm trying to crank my volume up a little bit, but because I got to bring everything else up.
Listen on yours. Because I want to have both of us adjusting. So are you turning it up on your side or mine?
I mean, I'm turning my headphones up a little bit, but that makes everything louder. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Do you want me to turn mine up?
Yes, please crank that shit.
Crank that soldier boy.
We'll turn it up to about here.
That's good. That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Now we get all that bass, all that delicious bass.
It's all about the
Base, not that base.
All right. So you guys are going inside. As you kind of push your way through the thick kind of net of vines and hanging moss, it is dark inside. If any of you have a spell or a torch you'd like to kind of crack open.
Dark vision.
Okay. Well, then you very clearly can see that a lot of it was destroyed in the fire, but The bottom chamber is full, like, you can see what appears to be a pile of discarded bones. From the looks of it, it looks like there are other things too. There are like lots and lots of shells. The bones are not necessarily all the same. They seem to be coming like a mix of creatures. You can definitely make out a lot of them are goblin-sized skeletons. They're kind of big melon-like heads. But just from the way it's all discarded, it looks kind of like a midden heap.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah. And there are also, in some of the less damaged sections, there are what appear to be like small kind of dried vines that are hanging from some of the rafters, that are hanging with little bones, little animal skulls, kind of wooden charm type things.
Blah, blah, blah. There's no snake skins, are there?
You don't see any snake skins.
Yay!
Snake skins were back at the ranger side.
I was just wondering if we were going to set this on fire, too.
That's not why we set it on fire. We seem to focus on the wrong things at times. Does it seem to be the appearance of anyone being here recently?
Roll me a survival check.
Oh, shit balls.
A 20. You kind of look around and you don't see any footsteps in the area immediately. You don't see anything that, from what you can tell, it doesn't look like anyone's disturbed any of this stuff, like, because of the way the dust and kind of stuff has settled, and it doesn't look like it's been freshly disturbed. It looks like this place was torched and then hasn't been touched since.
Like torched by a dragon?
I mean, you don't really know. It looks like it was torched by something.
Hey guys, this was torched recently and hasn't been disturbed since. Maybe even a dragon, but we don't really know.
Are we looking for anything specific in the area, or just kind of...
Well, the goblins had said that they got the treasure from a shipwreck. That's all you know.
Okay.
Do we see anything that looks like a shipwreck here?
We're in it.
I mean, do we see anything that looks like treasure?
No, if there is, it's been destroyed by the fire.
Oh.
You don't see anything. Are you actively looking around for anything specific?
I am, yeah.
What are you looking for?
Anything that looks like those coins that Chris's character picked up that he showed to the party.
Like coins specifically, or just anything metal?
Oh, actually, I'm looking, one, for any, like, coins or anything shiny, but also looking if there's, like, any indentations or impressions in the ground where, like, a large chunk may have sat.
Okay.
Or been dragged.
Roll me a
Dragged from.
perception check. What do we got? A 12. You don't see any impressions of a chest or anything like that might have been sat. The only thing you manage to notice as you're kind of walking around outside, like you kind of take a step outside the kind of structure to look around, you notice a very, very small glint of metal on above your head.
I want to investigate the small glint of metal above my head.
It seems to be, so this ship is sort of like beached in the mud, so the metal seems to be coming from like just below the sort of the deck line on the side of the ship, close to the front.
On the side of the ship, close to the front.
Mm-hmm.
So the ship's like upside down.
No. It's if this is the front of the ship, right, in the mud. I don't know if you can see.
I'm looking at you now.
Yeah, it's like right here, and you're like down here.
And then we're where?
Here, you're on the, here, let me draw it in the water. So, this is mud, right?
Uh-huh.
This is the ship, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Buildings. This is sort of where the hole is.
That's
This
beautiful.
is where you see the glint, and this is where you are.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
anchor.
Hey, up above us, guys. There's something shiny.
That you can actually. It's not that tall, so you can probably climb your way up to the deck to get to it.
I'm gonna climb my way up to the deck to get to it.
All right. So you have to kind of reach over, and as you kind of reach over to this thing, you definitely kind of feel there is. It's your footing is uneven, you're uneasy. Like you can feel the burnt boards kind of sagging under your weight, like they could give way at any time. But you can actually kind of reach down and sort of feel your hand is on something metal, but it's obscured by like soot and mud.
Mm-hmm.
And so you kind of like brush some of that away, and you can't make out the whole thing, but you appear to be looking at a large metal plate that is bolted onto the side of the ship.
Does it have any writing on it? Sorry, what were you going to say, Ashley?
No, that was literally what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I mean, as you start clearing it away, you can just make out the kind of tops of letters running across the thing.
What does it say?
Letters. Did the letters form words?
Yeah, as he's cleaning it off.
A magic genie pops out and we all die.
Make out. You can make out this.
Kijitsu Star. Kaijitsu Star.
That sounds like a stripper's name in.
Thalen, does that sound familiar to you or mean anything to you?
A little bit, yes. I mean, Kaijitsu is Amigo's family name.
So the family boat would be here, but
Or this could be a trade vessel from something that should have been going to the glassworks or any number of other businesses that her oh so wonderful father fuckwit was running.
we shouldn't speak ill of the dead.
Well, that's too bad. I don't care.
But do you think the goblins found treasure here that was cursed?
It could very well have been on the ship for whatever reason that the ship was beached here, especially this far into the swamp. It's a little bit unusual, but it could have been brought here by some other means. But I don't know if it was going from Magnamar back up to Sandpoint, or coming down to Magnamar, or coming in from Riddleport. I don't know, but somehow it wound up here instead of going to where it was supposed to go. And whatever was on board is what the goblins took. As for curses, I don't know.
Where's the closest port to where the boat would have been either leaving from or going to?
Sandpoint.
Sandpoint or Magnamar. Magnamar is the city that, if you take the Lost Coast Road directly south from Sandpoint, it's about 2 days on foot.
Okay.
Well, Sheriff Fuckwit went to get his backup.
How's that going for him?
Since we're here, it's probably going very well.
Well, do you want to make a mental note to ask her about if her father was? Doubt he would have done that on purpose.
Sent the ship here?
Well, transported cursed goods.
Oh,
Unless he knew it was cursed and he wanted the goblins to find it.
no, I doubt that.
Unless he knew it was cursed and he was trying to risk it and steal it.
And then maybe that's what happened. Somebody screwed with the treasure what was on board and it caused the Jurassic Park 4 incident.
Since none of us are local, do we know any of us? I mean, the one who would be probably most likely to know would be Kismet. What the weather is usually like around here on the sea? Is it prone to storms that would blow a ship off course?
Not prone necessarily. Like, it's not a common occurrence, but it's definitely happened. It's definitely possible.
And we determined that this boat has been here for a while.
From the growth on this boat, even before the torching, yeah.
How long's a while? Like 20 years, 50 years?
You have no exact way to know, but if any of you have want to roll a survival check, you're welcome to.
I'll roll a survival check.
Thank
Sure.
you. I'm operating at a -1 for survival. I would rather.
I have a 0, which is
I have
better
a
than a minus.
5.
Well,
20.
Why
I didn't mean to click
why?
whatever.
Why? Wait. First of all, why did you roll deception?
I don't even know how I did it. Like, I didn't think I clicked on anything.
Second of all,
have the DM watch as I roll with like 8 dice. Go.
well, second of all, you both rolled nat 20s.
So you drink twice.
I have no drinks. You guys, I went through this at the beginning. My house is completely empty. I have no alcohol today.
Oh, that's depressing. What's your address? I'll mail you some scotch.
Well, I will give you that later.
Tell her after the
Yeah, I will give you that later because please do mail me scotch. But
Just pour it in an envelope and send it in.
but Xantor, you kind of put your hand on one of the like least torched boards and kind of like you give a kind of a shove to kind of crack a piece off, and as you do, you can see that this piece is like dry rotted pretty thoroughly to the point where like from your judging, this has been sitting out in weather, like being insect eaten and kind of rotting for, I mean, years probably.
Oh, okay. So this has been here for years. If there was anything that was going to be found, it's already been taken and stripped. And I don't think the goblins got the treasure from this ship, because Miku Shujitsu would have mentioned it. Kaijitsu, no, Miku.
Amiko Kaijitsu.
Presuming that she knew it all, she and her father were not exactly on speaking terms.
And that's not something.
About business.
That's not really something that would come up in conversation either.
Ships of lost treasure, that might come up.
Well, not if it was. I feel like he would have had to have known it was cursed, and I doubt he would have shared that with the wayward daughter.
Well, unless he hired some sailor types to deliver goods. As they're delivering goods, they found cursed treasure. They transported treasure. They end up getting killed. The ship drifts, crashes on shore, and due to like the tide and swamp,
Nobody ever tried to recover it. Maybe they didn't know where it crashed at. Because it's
That too.
around a goblin area, and why would anybody come
it's
here?
in the
Because it's
swamp.
awful and it smells, and there's goblins who are also awful and smell.
And smell, yes.
Ugh.
I say unless there's anything else around here you guys are interested in, I'd say we continue on south into the other crash site. The other goblin, the other part that they marked on the map, the cave. What do you say, Chris and Josh?
Keep digging, Frosty. You'll get to China eventually.
I don't know how you have a door left.
So kind of
Carpet.
we'll say that Lycon and Zach Nafine will concur. They say or Zach Nafine will say if this boat is torched, there's another shipwreck. Maybe it came from there. Maybe there's more treasure on that one.
Okay.
Sounds funny.
So we're gonna make a concerted effort to find the other shipwreck then.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's spiders and stuff in here.
Okay.
It's to the south.
So you guys want to try and make your way south to the next shipwreck?
I think so.
We go to the
Okay.
next group.
You can see on the map, like you can see what that will take you will take you past. Like the first step is you're going to have to actually cross the water to the south of you, and you guys don't exactly have a boat.
And Lycon will sink.
That too.
Wait, could we not walk around the...
You don't know. You have a map. You can tell me where you want to go.
Maybe.
It's all just uncovered swamp. We'd have to take a few days and cut through the swamp since we don't have a boat. Well, actually, is anybody good with woodworking?
Not among you.
Because we
I
have.
can burn walls. Is that considered woodworking?
I mean, because technically we have a boat. We just need to make it.
There is no way you could make this thing seaworthy.
Yeah, that was my first thought too. I'm like, we can magic it. No, we can't.
So what do you want to do?
Shit.
I'm looking at you trending, Balin.
Is there anywhere like small enough or like a bridge marked on the map somewhere that we could over?
You have the map. It's not the,
okay.
I mean, you can tell me what you want to do.
Wall sack. Wait, what is the little house marked home? Is that?
You don't know. You've never been there.
Oh shit! Can we stop there on the way?
Maybe.
Friends?
Wait, no, hold on. Isn't that the witch's place? The witch's house?
Probably, but I want to find her because I think she killed one of my family members.
Okay, sure.
If we're gonna set anybody's house on fire, that's the house to set on fire.
Yeah, sure. Let's go to the witch's place then.
I mean, it's all the way to the shipwreck.
So once again, because we're on a clock. How do you want to get there? You tell me.
I think we have to go on foot. I think we have to walk there.
Yeah, I know. You got to tell me what path you want to take.
I don't see paths right now. I just see like darkness in the shape of.
Well, I'm saying you have a map in your handouts that you can go to. That is a map of the swamp. So you can use that to tell me where you want to go.
So can we go like pretty much straight south until we hit that little road?
You could. You're gonna have to cross the water to get there.
How big does the water look? Like, are we in high tide season or are we in like low water season?
I mean, you don't know exactly how deep these little kind of rivers are that run through the swamp. They are very murky. They could be 5 feet deep. They could be 20 feet deep.
Shut.
And also, you haven't had terrific luck with things in the water either. So it's up to you. You just tell me what you want to do, and we'll do it.
I'm sure we will.
Whatever looks quickest at this point, because it's taking us hours to get to. So if it looks like it's quicker to stay completely dry, let's do that. If it looks like it's, because I don't see a way around it unless we go all the way back out past the
main road, past the village, along
down to that road,
and then back in.
Yeah.
So I suggested we just head south.
Yeah.
And we ford the little rivers and cut through the swamp. That's what I suggested.
I'm good with that.
Should have kept that boat.
What did we do with the boat?
Didn't we like beat a goblin with it or something?
No, you left it.
Is it close? I'm sure we'll find another one.
Not close.
All right.
Said the optimistic one.
So what are you guys doing?
We're heading south through the swamp.
Okay. You're taking across the water, or are you taking the land?
Water.
We're shortest point. We're crossing the water when we can.
Okay. So you guys start kind of making your way. You kind of start trudging out into the swamp. Is there any? Do you want to take any precautions to help you cross or anything like that?
Is there like a don't drown spell?
Yes, it's called wild shape, and we're not the ones who can do it.
Okay.
I can't wild shape into water things yet.
You can't breathe in the water, but you could probably turn into a dolphin or something. But
So you want me to wild shape into a dolphin?
no,
No, like if he wild shapes into a bear, he's just gonna be flopping around in puddles trying to catch fish.
That's not how. I mean, doesn't really work that way. But
Do I have knowledge of large sea creatures?
I mean, you didn't really grow up near the water, but you probably know of some large fish. Why? What are you looking to turn into?
A large fish.
Like a large sea creature, like maybe like a whale or something, and then like carry them in my mouth.
I am almost positive you cannot. There should be a list on on your wild shape about what you can turn into. Hold on.
Turn into a whale and carry them in my mouth.
Pinocchio, you.
So the max challenge rating you can turn into is 1/4 challenge rating.
nope, not him. He's the Druid of the Moon. Challenge rating 1 for him.
Oh, challenge rating 1?
Yes.
Well, bam.
Well then, let's go to monsters by challenge rating, and you can find pretty much anything in. I mean, it should be in the. You have the SRD in Roll20. So if you go to what the fuck is it? If you go to the SRD, which is the compendium, and then go to category index, and then you go to monsters, you'll see a thing that says monsters by challenge rating. Click that.
Okay.
And that'll tell you everything you can turn into.
Under 1.
Well, it's up to 1.
Up to 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now the problem is, since you're not 4th level yet, you don't gain the benefits of any of their swim features. You can swim, you can't breathe underwater, but you can swim, but you wouldn't be able to carry any of us.
Now hold on, what is that under?
We could stand on his back.
But at 4th level, he gains the ability to become swim creatures, or creatures that have a swim benefit, like swim speed of 50, or breathe underwater. Like he could turn into a reef shark at level 4. But
I was thinking just giant the octopus and carry you in my arms.
I'm actually so I'm looking that up right now. Your statistics are replaced. You transform. You can't get. Where does it actually say you don't get the benefits of the form?
I can tell you where it is in the.
Yeah, go read it out if you can.
Yeah.
Because I want to read out that, by the way, Josh has donated $15 and he said, sorry I haven't been able to attend.
Shit.
Love you all.
Aww.
Not nearly so much as we love you.
So thank you, by the way, thank you, Josh. Obviously, Josh is Starscream HD. He is our paladin, and he hasn't been able to attend due to some personal reasons, but we're hoping to have him back with us very, very soon. So let's get some ED love in chat for Josh. We salute you,
celebrate
sir.
erectile dysfunction so much in this group.
I have tried very hard not to say anything about that every time we do.
'Cause I never think about it till you guys say it. I don't have a wiener, so it's not like foremost.
Oh, by the way, it looks like I forgot to mention, but Moose-Faced Killa also followed about an hour ago. It says, so sorry for not shouting you out. Thank you for joining us, my friend, and welcome to the madness.
Hi, Moosey Fate.
All right. So go for
on
it.
Page 66 of the
Player's Handbook.
Player's Handbook. Thank you. It's backwards on my screen, so I couldn't read it, even though I know exactly what it says. Level 4, no flying creatures. So basically, you can become swimming creatures. Second level, no flying or swimming speed. 4th level, no flying speed, so you can become swimming creatures at that point, or you gain the benefit of the swimming speed at that point. But up until 4th, you can't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Bird.
So he can transform into a thing. He just doesn't. He's not treated as that creature.
He can, but he cannot. Like if you've got a movement speed of 30 but a swim speed of like 80, he can't use the swim speed. His movement speed is the same as it is in his normal form. Once he hits 4th level, then he can use the swim
I
speed.
gotcha. Okay. And by the way, Josh also says that his $15 goes to Mr. Balin, who needs to draw a card from our Harrow deck.
Is that good or ooh? That's a good thing, right?
I don't
That's a
know.
good thing.
Might be.
I'm sure it'll be
Maybe something-
fantastic. You'll be able.
Maybe something good. I guess we'll never know.
So, I need you. I think I'm absent 1 card from here. I should be absent 1 card. Yes, I need you to roll me a D54, please.
Woo, pretty. That's the coolest thing ever.
And it's got gold flake in the vodka.
Is that the dragon that ate you?
No, the dragon that ate me is green. This is glass.
Alright.
D54, you said?
D54, please.
D54. That's 52.
Alright,
35.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Alright, give me 1 second. Because I gotta open a thing. Finder, decks. Where are we?
I just forgot how to grammar.
Decks, there we are.
That's why you have friends like me.
All right. So, as you're kind of sorting through your pack, you notice that kind of in one of your pockets, one of your kind of your belt pouches or something like that, there seems to be something that wasn't there, a kind of a piece of cardboard, of card stock. And as you turn it over in your hands,
It's the 3 of clubs.
You can now summon a magical bridge over any body of water. Yay!
As
You-
long as it's not in a swamp.
you have drawn the card of the empty throne.
Okay, cool. On we go.
And that, let me see if I can give that to you. I don't
What
know
does
if I
that mean?
Means I shall never be king.
we don't know, but I will put that right up in the corner because that may be interpreted a little bit later. Though the image, the kind of image will stick in your mind for a little while. So you guys are ready to trudge through the water. Are you taking an aquatic form or of any kind of creature, or are you just going as yourself?
Can't hear you.
Muted.
So yes or no? So can I turn into a giant octopus and carry you?
You can carry them. I don't know. I don't think you gain the octopus's like water breathing and swim speed.
Yeah, so I could stay above the water. Hold my breath. I mean, just
The only advantage would be arms, then.
yeah, the arms and carrying you across the water.
Yeah, I mean you can. I'll say you could definitely use that to help them kind of get across, specifically because some of you are a little bit heavier than others and may have a hard time swimming.
Hard.
Okay. So I'm gonna be like, I've never done this before.
Here, hold my beer.
I'm gonna look at Trende and I'm be like, do you mind holding my clothes for a second? And then
Only if you promise to take them off very slow.
wait, what's happening? And then as I'm undressing, I'm gonna be like, I think I know a way to get us across this large gap, and I'm gonna like, trust me, and hold on to my tentacles, and then I'm gonna turn into a large octopus as I kind of sink into the water. And I
Can that please be a quote? Trust me and hold on to my tentacles.
God damn it.
So, as
But you
you
have to suffer when you're doing it.
as you descend into the water, we'll say that you are kind of able to the rest of the group, will Lycon being the kind of slightly savvy person he is, he'll actually kind of take a large chunk of burned wood off the side of the ship and put it in the water, and he'll say, well, we can't all fit on that, but it'll help us float.
I'll never let go, Jack.
And then I'll kind of pull them across.
All right. The water does get pretty deep at one point, but you are able to sort of navigate. Your dark vision helps considerably as you're able to navigate. It's only about 30 or 40 feet to the other side, and once you guys are on the water, your sort of heads are on a swivel for anything that might be making noise or making any sudden movements, kind of dropping into the water around you. Everyone roll me a perception check, please.
Shit, I'm not gonna know how to do combat.
Not you, because you're underwater.
Okay.
I perceive that it's wet around me.
It's because you pissed yourself.
Trendon,
No,
you wanna roll a perception check for me?
No.
And you
There
can't
you
make me.
Yeah, you guys are kind of looking around, and as far as you can tell, it's quiet. There's no one kind of nothing catching your eye. Give me 1 second. I just want to check these sheets. Lycon's perception and Zach Nafine's perception. Okay. Lycon will kind of, Lycon's attention, you see his attention kind of snaps to the horizon for a second, and as he kind of turns to Balin, who's the nearest to him, he kind of taps you on the shoulder and points out to the tree line. But when you raise your head to look where he's pointing, you don't see anything. Nothing stands out. You don't see anything there.
Oh god.
It's a mangrove tree. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, I could have sworn I saw something that stood out from the trees. There's a little bit, something white.
Foam.
It was on the land. Eventually you guys kind of wash up on shore here. And you find yourself with another overland trudge. Can you roll me a survival check, please?
All of us?
Anyone who wants to lead the way.
Anyone who wants to live, please roll a survival check.
Xantor, you are very lucky that you have a map helping you, but it's not doing a ton, as you kind of find yourself sort of getting turned around as you sort of twist and turn through the trees here, just splashing into puddles of water. Eventually you arrive here. At a sort of intersection for the river that has been flowing through here.
So it should be fairly close to the house.
Is it close to the house? Let me look at the map.
Are you
Map,
done?
map. I don't know how to recognize where we are on the actual map.
It looks like we're like
Oh,
northeast of the house.
Well, I'm gonna stay in my octopi form in case we need to cross more water.
So
Okay.
I have a question. While we've been trudging,
Yes.
is he just octopusing across the ground?
Basically.
Yeah, no problem with it. It's racist.
This is the best thing.
Why is that interesting? Don't touch my tentacles. It's a family show.
Okay. So do we see anything that looks like maybe we should be getting next to like something that's a little better manicured because we're closer to the house, or
You, as far as you can tell, you're at this sort of three-way intersection of this river. It doesn't look like anything's been cultivated here.
okay. So we should go down the. Depends on which way we're facing. Oh wait, I can draw a thing. I don't remember how to draw a thing. That way.
Wait, I can't see it. Draw it again.
Well, can you see where I'm clicking?
Yeah, we should go that way. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you want to cross kind of you can actually cross fairly easily this sort of thinnest part of the river here. It never gets more than about 5 to 7 feet deep, and as you push your way on to the other side, you can actually use it. Now that you're using your map, you can actually kind of follow this little inland tributary. And once you found the river, it actually takes you surprisingly less time to navigate. And so give me 1 second here. All right. As you kind of push your way through the brush, coming out into a large clearing, you see sort of a sagging one-story shack is sitting at the edge of the clearing here. Its walls look like dingy with age and encrusted with lichen and fungus. A partially collapsed shed sits just to the northeast of the building, while you can see, even from where you are, small pouches, twisted knots of feathers, and dangling wind chimes made of bones hang from branches and the edges of the roof on this building.
It looks like a jerk lives here.
I'm gonna turn back into my elf form,
Okay.
and I'm gonna ask.
Want to fight a witch as an octopus?
I don't want to fight a witch as an octopus, and I'm gonna ask Balin for my clothes back.
I'm not finished yet. Just a minute. All right, here you go.
Oh my god!
He's like right out of the bottle for that one.
You've been drinking out of the bottle this whole time.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like getting a glass. I'm gonna finish it, so what's the point?
Alright. So you guys want to approach the house?
Do we see like any happy magic?
Like any smoke? Is there any smoke or anything coming out of like the roof, indicating that someone's home?
There's no smoke coming out of any kind of fireplace or chimney.
Any
Does
light?
it look like yeah?
What's up? Not that you can see. It's the middle of the day right now, so doesn't look like there's any fire kind of flickering inside.
Does it look like anybody has been dwelling there?
Roll me a survival check.
Shazar. Yay, that's a good one.
So you can see that this little patch of turf has been carefully carved out of the swamp, and sort of not manicured, but it looks like this house has been lived in for quite a while. And you can tell it definitely looks like the dwelling of some sort of witch. at least stereotypically. You don't know about any of the specifics, witchcraft not being your thing particularly, but I mean, it looks like this house is rotting. It could just be that way normally, or like because it's in a swamp, or it could just be because no one's been around to clean it in a while. It's hard to tell.
Shit. I don't. Does anybody have detect magic? Does
You do.
I don't.
You would. Definitely. We've used it several times on this campaign.
Yeah, but I used a wand or something. Didn't Zachnafine have something?
Let me check.
'Cause I don't have the actual spell because I passed it over because I thought I was going to be able to hit things.
I don't know if Zachnafine has detect magic as a spell.
Do we still have the wand of detect magic?
Yeah, it probably has a couple charges, 1 or 2 charges left.
I don't know if Chris is going to want us using his stuff like that, though.
Where's your wand?
He should have been here to tell us no.
Zach is telling me he does have detect magic prepared. So, do you want to now? How do you want to use it? Because detect magic is a very kind of specific use. You have to sort of target an area.
So
and
I
focus
guess
on
I'm
it.
slightly wary of the just walking into the house because I think this lady had something to do with killing my mother.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Inigo Montoya. My mother. Prepare.
Go stand over next to that wall so I can hit you when I hit it.
Yes. Yes, I have a very
Splash
particular.
damage.
I'm like the dude from Tuken. I have a very particular type of magic. Very particular set of skills
From Token.
from Tuken. Yeah. That's gonna be a TV series. So yeah, just check and make sure that nothing's gonna like blow my face off while we enter this witch's house, because I feel like she wouldn't live all the way out here if she wanted to be bothered.
Okay. Give me 1 second. No, I guess that's not gonna work. Alright. So you guys make your way towards the house as the, nope, I don't want that, I don't want that, I do want that. Sorry, I'm just sorting out my music here. We want this.
Setting up for the thing that's about to blow our faces off.
No, I'm just trying to get the right atmosphere going. So as you make your way towards the house, he begins kind of detecting magic, and a few, like in his eyes at least, but he's the one who's casting, so he's the one who sees this. He can see kind of a couple auras lighting up, mostly centered in the corner of the house, like right in this area right here. Oh, you're not on this map. I will move you guys to the map here.
That would be helpful.
Ooh, shiny disco balls.
He can kind of sense like magical auras coming from about this corner over here. There's residual kind of auras in the rest of the they're kind of overlapping, so it's hard to tell exactly what they are, but they are some of them are particularly strong. The rest is very residual. There seems to be kind of like some minor incantations and stuff over the whole clearing or grove, but not enough that they really kind of trip his detection as like a powerful spell.
Okay, so nothing that makes him think it's dangerous.
I mean, it's not. It doesn't look particularly inviting.
Lycon seems to be volunteering to go knock on the door, so I think we should let him do it.
You wanna send Lycon up?
Yeah.
All right.
He threw a dead goblin at me.
True.
So Lycon will make his way up to the front porch. I'm actually gonna roll a stealth check for him.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
11. Okay. He kind of makes his way as quietly up the very, very quietly up the stairs as much as he can, and goes up to the front door, and he'll kind of like look back at you guys before kind of like he like kind of jet pointing at the door handle, and he's just kind of like shrugging. Do you want him to try and open the door, or just like see if he can detect anyone on the other side?
Do we want to sneak in, or do we want to be like, hey, witchy lady?
Probably want to sneak in. We're dealing with magic.
Okay.
He will kind of disengage from here. He'll kind of hop around and start looking, like walking around the side of the building, like to see if there's any other way. And there are small windows, but he's immediately gonna kind of wave you guys over to where he's standing right now. And he'll kind of whisper. He says, "There's a back door here."
He would go for the back door. Okay, so is the back door open? Like
I don't know. Do you want him to try and open it?
Yes, sir.
All right.
He's gonna detect for traps before he tries to open it.
Sure. Perception check. Let me pop this out so I can just use it whenever. Perception check for traps. A 23. You see him kind of deftly pull out a set of tools, and he begins kind of running one of them, something long and thin, like along the crack inside the door, like the door frame, just seeing if it trips anything, you know, if he feels anything catch. And after he kind of checks he then kind of puts a pick into the lock and kind of jimmies it for a second. And he kind of just shakes his head.
Shakes his head yes, shakes his head
No. He shakes his head no.
So he can go in the back door with probably nothing eating his face off.
Well, I mean, there's no trap as far as he can tell.
Okay.
The door is not trapped. That doesn't mean there's not some gigantic
Yeah.
creature inside getting ready to eat our faces.
So he will very, very slowly begin opening the door, and as he does, Balin, because you're kind of right behind him, you can actually see that there's basically like a 5-foot room, or hallway, and another door, to which he will slowly step up, kind of like letting you guys know he's going inside. All right.
Why don't you guys look happy about this?
No, it's not that. It's that I'm fighting very, very hard to stay awake. Not because this is at all boring, but because I am extremely tired. Because during his description of what Lycon sees, I started half dreaming that I was installing gutters along the side of this building.
That's perfect. If she comes, that's what we'll tell her we're here to do. We're neighbors and we're checking on the neighborhood to make sure
Well, I
that
mean,
everybody.
technically we do own property in the swamp, so it's not really lying much.
All right,
Yeah.
guys. So Lycon, when he kind of opens the next door, he's gonna kind of pause and listen for a second, and he'll actually kind of like lean back towards you guys. He says, "I think it's empty."
All right, let's check in on this. Let's root around.
Why are we here again?
Because I think she disappeared my mother, and I want to check and see if there's.
Kismet believes that this witch, if this is truly the house of the Swamp Witch, may have some insight into the hag, or possibly be related to the hag that's killed her mother.
And then subsequently disappeared my father.
So he'll step away from the door, kind of gesturing you guys where he says, "After you, the way is clear."
And so shall Balin proceed.
All right, Balin.
I can't see anything in the house.
It's
Like,
okay,
I don't-
neither can I.
There
I'm
you go.
in the house.
I got
There,
you.
okay.
So Balin, you and Kismet step forward, and you are standing in what appears to be, what appears to be a room with. Obviously, this room is kind of covered, both walls, floor, and rafters, in fungus and mold that kind of grow. They grow on the sagging benches, the broken table, and the narrow cupboards here. You can see there is an old brick stove that sits at the back of the room, against the west wall, and there is many kind of doors that lead off of here. Two of them you can see leading to the north, and then there's not really it's a doorway, but there's no door in it leading to the east.
Does it look like the stove has been used in recent times, or has it
No, it looks like it's been cold for a while.
been... Okay. So it kind of looks like it's been abandoned.
Possibly.
He says possibly. Or it could be a glamour, and she's like, "No, come into my house, gingerbread children. I'm gonna eat your faces off."
So what do you want to do?
Do I see anything that would catch my attention just by looking around this room?
It depends what you're looking for.
Is there anything like bones or anything gross or not gross in the stove? Or is it just ashes? I don't know what I'm looking for.
He asked if there was anything specific you were looking for, and you said, "Is there anything gross or not gross?" It's like that.
Is there anything?
I went to
at
law
all?
school. You don't want to be specific. Okay.
You don't see anything in the stove immediately. You don't see there's nothing really on the table. The cupboards look like whatever they were probably filled with at one point, which is not much. Has probably like rotted away or been covered with mold and fungus. There are cracks and holes in the floors. You can actually feel the kind of sagging, soggy floors creaking beneath your feet.
Sagging, soggy floors. I like that. Okay, so if there's nothing that necessarily catches my attention, then I'm just gonna keep walking through the house.
Okay, where do you want to go? You want to go up to that door?
Yeah, that's the only way I see to go.
There are two doors that you see, as well as this is a doorway. There's no door in it. There's just kind of a hole in the floor, and it seems to lead into another room.
Okay, and then is there
not the
something
hole,
right here?
That's the stove. Oh, that's just so. Let me do what I did last time, and we'll put some white around the doors. So, door. Door.
I can't see anything.
Door.
Did you see the? Yeah, I don't. Where are you?
I'm standing. I don't know, because I don't know where you guys walk to, so I'm standing.
We went outside.
Yeah,
But I
we
don't
went
know where-
around the back of the house.
Oh, okay. Now
There.
I can.
Yeah, there you go. All right. So I marked all the doors.
Okay, maybe just peek in the room where there's a hole, since that seems.
Yeah.
to-
Let me give you a torch here. There.
Can we jump over the hole?
You could try if you want. Yeah. I mean, you don't necessarily. There's no check you need to make. You can jump it if you'd like. It's not particularly large. It does look like the wood is particularly unstable around there.
Can I just peek in the room and see what there is?
Yeah. As you kind of look into the room here, I'll move you over here. You can see there's more doors. Obviously, one of them is probably the front door that you were going to come through. There is a door both to the north and south, and yet more kind of mold and rotted floor.
Holy crap.
Alright, give me 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
One does not simply walk into Mordor's.
I think you dreamed that one too. Okay, can
Sean
we...
Bean was in it.
Do you guys want to look anywhere, or you just really don't care?
I'm gonna check all the doors. I was
Okay.
Okay,
waiting
starting
to see.
starting with which one?
Starting with.
Do you want to do... Yeah.
Alright. I will tell you that this door will open fairly easily. Are you opening one at the same time, Kismet?
No, I was just going to
Okay.
do one at a time, just in case there's...
This one is a horrid-looking lavatory,
Oh, good. All right.
which is little more than sort of a wooden bench with a hole in it.
Hey, does Lycon want to volunteer to go stick his hand down there to make sure there's nothing hidden? And
Xantor, roll me a perception check, please.
Okay.
Poopception check.
All right. So as you're kind of opening this door and Kismet is kind of taking position, Xantor, you're kind of watching them, and as you're watching, what you don't seem to actually notice.
Why would you tell him?
Well, I'm saying you don't seem to notice something. So all like as you're kind of making your way into the corner and just looking across at these guys, you feel something heavy just drop, like land right about here on the back of your neck, and then what is your AC?
15.
All right. You actually, this is actually gonna do more. It's not supposed to be -2. You feel something kind of chomp into the back of your neck for 3 points of damage.
shit.
As you feel that whatever this thing is has just landed on you out of nowhere and just taken a big old bite into your neck. And as it does, it is gonna let out a sharp screech, and we're gonna roll some initiative.
Yeah.
Something just bit me, guys.
I rolled a 2.
But you remembered to touch yourself first. Where did my me go? What? Character sheet. Just here. So touched. Two.
All right.
There we go.
Wow, that was a really horrible initiative roll. All right.
It was only 1 point better than mine. What is that? Frog.
All right. There's 1, and here is 2. Where's that caffeine sheet? I don't like this music. This music is way too slow. Let's find something better. That's better. I like this. Alright, so I rolled for everyone. So let's sort it at the top of the order. Balin, you kind of you're gonna kind of hear Xantor's sort of loud reaction to this.
Ow.
As you can see him kind of struggling with something. What do you want to do?
Kill the fire.
Just hurl my axe towards his face and hope that I hit whatever's on it. No. Can I see what it is that's actually on him?
You can see him kind of grappling with something. It's hard to make out because of where it is on his body, but it seems to be like gray and probably about the size of like a cat.
Ooh, is it a cat?
Well, you know, looking at the roof while I'm, not the roof, the ceiling,
Yeah.
while I'm heading over there to make sure that there aren't any more that are going to be dropping down the towers. Move over. Yeah. Be like, turn around.
Muzzle bitches.
We're going to give you a haircut.
You talking to me?
Yes.
Alright, you want to make an attack? Alright, go for it.
Where my thing? Bad luck, skill. Sublime.
A 10 is not gonna be enough to hit something as you kind of swing your axe, kind of check your swing in an attempt to not hit him, but hopefully clip this thing. But you just kind of swing right past his shoulder, and your axe buries into the wall. And for a second, as it does, you kind of feel like you feel kind of the house kind of shudder a little bit.
Oh shit.
Why are you trying to kill me?
Shut up!
Anything else, or is that it?
Let's see. No, that's it.
Okay. Xantor, this thing is on you. What do you want to do?
Word of our community's acclaim.
It's on me, whatever it is.
Yeah, it's on. It's like on your. You can't quite see it because it's like right here. Thank you, Video Store Cowboy, for the host, by the way.
It's right where? I'm watching your camera now. Where is it?
It's like right here. It's like on the back of your neck.
Why do you do this to me, man? I'll do creepy, crawly things. Oh, fuck. I'm going to hold my action
Okay.
until Lycon or Kismet. You forgot to add Zach Nippy to the list of goals.
Oh, I thought I did. I thought it automatically added him.
Till they tell me what's on my neck. And then I will attack or cast spell.
That just reminds me of a scene in Spies Like Us where Dan Aykroyd, or Bill Murray, I think, has he holds up this grenade. He's like, "What's this?" You don't want it.
All right. Zach Nafine, then, because I missed his turn, then will actually he'll take a he has a battle axe, but he's gonna pull out a javelin and just start to try and use it like a spear and just kind of try and jab this thing. So javelin attack is an 8. He just gonna jabs you right in the shoulder because this thing's it's like moving around. You're not gonna take any damage, but he's trying to line it up. He's like, stay still. Ugh.
I don't want this.
All right.
Turn them on.
Lycon is going to hold his action because there's not enough room for him to get into this room yet. So this thing is going to go, whatever this thing is. And let me check because I have a thing here. Alright, he is going to use his... He's going to sort of leap off of your shoulder, kind of clinging to the wall, and begin kind of just skittering straight up the wall, like a squirrel, just up a shot, and you don't get a great look at it, but as it's kind of zipping away, you can kind of see that it appears like it's got the body and the matted gray fur and the long kind of scraggly tail of a large rat.
Ew.
Okay, now I'm gonna use my attack.
All right, go for it.
I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast poison spray.
Okay. At the wall, is this kind of going
Yeah.
up the wall? All right, go for it. He has to make a Constitution save. Let me check. I don't know what his Constitutions is. Not great. Yeah. He fails his Constitution save.
Bum, bum, bum.
So he is going to take 8 damage.
Yes.
All right. So you managed to kind of like jet out your hands almost in a reaction as you kind of spray like a fountain of conjured acidic poison just at the wall, kind of catching this thing as it's kind of like splattered up against the wall as it kind of begins to kind of pull itself out, but you can smell sort of the burning fur as it kind of begins. You can hear a as it chokes on the poison fumes. All right.
Yeah.
It is going to make its way up into the rafters, so it is going to have concealment for the turn. You guys can still attempt to attack it, but you're going to be at disadvantage. Kismet, what do you want to do?
Of course. So I can't see it.
You definitely saw it kind of scurry up into the rafters off of his shoulder.
But I like if I was gonna shoot.
You
at
could
it,
see generally where it is, so it's not immediately visible. You could attempt to shoot at it, but it would have you'd have disadvantage.
Well, since my rolls are traditionally so fantastic, looks at group. Would you like to quickly exit building, or finish off rat monkey?
So we finish up rat monkey.
Okay, I'm going to, instead of wasting a spell, I'm just gonna chuck a crossbow at it.
All right, go for it. Disadvantage on the attack. Doesn't 9 and an 8. Not gonna hit.
But I scared it in a general direction, right?
Yes, absolutely. All right, top of the round with Balin.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of lash past Xantor. I couldn't see his nameplate. I couldn't remember what his name was. So chopping past him to try to do this thing.
Sleep spell.
Would not take much. You could probably roll a 2 on a sleep spell and you get me with it right now. 12.
A 12 is not gonna. Well, it's at disadvantage. You need so you need to roll again.
Oh, right. Well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. 12 is not gonna hit. As this thing is tiny and moving fast. So yeah, a nat 1. You just chunk your axe right into the wall, and again, this wall just like you hear
it's the wall and not my head.
You hear it definitely kind of bend and groan under the strength of that blow. Zaknafine will kind of step in and attempt to chuck that javelin.
Chuck the javelin. Chuck the javelin.
A nat 20, but it has disadvantage, so he's gonna do a 14, but a 14 will hit anyway. As he is going to, like, the javelin just kind of he throws it. It's just going to wing this thing as it's kind of scampering across the beam. You see it just kind of catch the back of his flank, and this thing kind of like swings off the raft, and you now actually see it for a second is dangling by the rafter, which looks very strange because for a second you think like you can almost catch a glimpse of this thing's face, and you almost see like a weird expression on its face almost. Doesn't look like an animal. And so Zachnafine is gonna kind of step in and he'll say, I'll smite it if I can get in range. Xantor, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna do another poison spray.
Okay. It has to make a save. I'm gonna give it advantage on the save. So that's a 10 and a 15. How much was the javelin, by the way? I forgot to roll damage. Just 4. Okay. What's the damage on poison spray? Is it save for half or is it save just in general?
I don't know.
Let me look.
5 that time. So.
All right. Poison spray. Poison spray is Constitution saving throw or take d12 damage. So saving throw negates. Got it. Done. All right. Lycon will step into the room, and I don't know why I don't have a sheet.
Be like, what the hell is that?
Lycon has a. He's gonna try his one of his throwing one of his daggers at it. An 8 is not going to do it. I don't know why it rolled twice. All right, this thing is going to sort of bounding across the beam. It is actually going to sort of like, it's gonna, you see it sort of crawl up over the beam, and as it comes down, it's actually going to sort of make a dropping attack against Balin.
Good.
A nat 1.
It squished itself.
So you this thing kind of trips as it comes on. It comes over the beam at you, and because it's kind of coming your direction, I'm gonna say you get an attack of opportunity against it as you kind of sense it coming into your square.
Okay. That next to the face.
Attack of opportunity with advantage, disadvantage, or
Normal. A nat 1. Again, you're gonna like try and baseball bat swing this, but you definitely misjudge as your axe just goes right into the side of the wood door frame, and actually like you hear a piece of it's just gonna go and crack outwards as you hear a as the ceiling above it just kind of like you see part of it begins to kind of buckle under its own weight. Not a very good round all told, but it actually is gonna sort of land, like bounce off your shoulder and kind of like land on the wall and start crawling across the wall towards Kismet. Kismet, what do you want to do?
What is this motherfucker? Can I do chill touch?
Yes, actually you can, and you also are gonna get as this thing is crawling towards you. You're like the first one to get a real clear glimpse of this thing. So let me.
What does the motherfucker look like?
I will show you.
Looks like this.
It looks like a people rat monkey.
It's Liza Minnelli.
Go ahead
People face.
go ahead and catch chill touch.
Do I want to kill something with a people face? Yes, I do.
You can try talking to it.
A 10 is not going to hit.
Well, let's try talking to it.
What do you want to say? It's coming. It's crawling across the wall towards you.
Die, motherfucker, die.
Sounds good. All right, cool, done.
Don't you have to do that with that rhythm. Die, motherfucker, die. I can't do it.
Balin, what do you want to do as you're kind of wrenching your axe out and listening to the house kind of groan above you? What do you want to do?
I'm reminded of a joke, and I'm not going to tell it. Did we already come all the way back around to us? Oh,
Well,
right.
we've all rolled that
That was
one.
an attack of
It was-
opportunity, yeah.
Tag of top tomb and me. Now it's my turn.
It is.
Okay, so I will wrench my axe free and attempt to cleave its head off in such a way that it sprays its blood all over it.
Go for it.
Why me?
Since it's head towards you and it's facing that way.
A 19 will hit.
Thank you, Jesus.
This would be +7 instead of +5.
Can we just step on it at this point?
That'll be 10.
All right. As you bring your axe, you just kind of like line it up, and you take sort of a sideways chopping motion. As Kismet, you sort of send your ghostly hand. It kind of goes straight out across the wall, and this thing just kind of like is like running, and it just kind of like zips to the side out of the way of your ghostly hand. And as it kind of comes back, it's coming towards you up the wall. This axe just boom, just like right, like catching it right along the flank. And you hear kind of a crunching sound as the rat is actually going to let out a shriek, like as the body is going to sort of go tumbling off the wall, like down on the ground towards you, Kismet, as the axe is still kind of wedged into the wall with like one of its legs twitching and stuff, kind of caught by the blade.
Ew, 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 somebody grab it.
And as this thing is kind of sitting there on the ground, like with one of its hands just kind of like scraping the ground and twitching and screaming, you see it kind of and then it just slowly goes quiet. And the strange looking rat thing is no more.
Can we poke it?
Yeah.
I already poked it pretty good. If you want, I'll get my hammer out and poke it some more. It'll be like a Gallagher concert.
Let's inspect it and see what it really is.
Yeah, I want to see. It looks like it has a people face.
I mean, first glance, this thing has the body of a rat. Its front two paws are actually like humanoid hands, very, very small, and it has the face of a person. Just this weird, sort of wrinkled, like, man's face.
Dibs. I called dibs and I put it in my backpack.
Good idea. Maybe we can take it into town and see if anybody knows what kind of creature man it is.
We could use it for later. Or I can snack on it when I'm in a bear.
You can't eat a people rat. That's like cannibalism as a bear.
I don't think so.
If you're a bear and you eat a people rat, but you're a bear druid, does that mean it's still cannibalism?
No.
Because you're still a people eating a people. You're just both shifted.
Bears eat bears all the time. Bears beat Battlestar Galactica.
Wait, I like that show. Steven says to eat the mofo.
So I say we
Next door.
Yeah, we check out the next door.
Well, is the house gonna fall down on us? Is there something?
I mean, it is groaning, but it's not it hasn't collapsed yet. You want to check the door above Kismet?
Yes.
Balin, can you check my neck? Is there anything weird where that thing bit me?
You're gonna turn into a were-rat! Oh my god!
I hope not.
Can he please be a were-rat?
Please do not do that.
Best show ever!
God damn it! Don't put ideas in his head if he didn't think about it. But please, Balin, could you check
He's
my
a
neck?
were-bear rat. A were-rat bear.
So, Balin will reach over and try very hard not to start making kissing sounds while he's doing this. but inspect the back of the neck and see.
He's got a nasty kind of toothed bite. Definitely like some like you can definitely see it doesn't look like an animal's chomp. It definitely looks like tiny human teeth, which makes it more painful probably. But it's not. It is bleeding, but it's not like it doesn't look infected or anything like that.
You're a were-rat. I'm so excited.
I'm gonna take you with me if I'm a were-rat.
You totally would.
I will bite every last one of us and make all of us were-rats. I'm not gonna suffer through that punishment by myself.
You could probably use a bandage, but it doesn't look too tame.
Can Zactophine do some healy-majilly?
The druid could heal himself.
Well, I just didn't know if he had some kind of like deforestation for your neck mana.
I like that hashtag crying man bear rat.
But now he's a were-rat bear.
Man.
A bear rat. It's just this is so crying man bear rat.
I will turn the whole party to man-bear rats.
Steven, my favorite Oregon Trail outcome. You have all died of lycanthropy.
Threaten me with a good time.
So you want to check the next door?
Yeah.
All right. The next door is definitely like waterlogged and swollen shut. It is going to require some considerable strength to open.
Oh yeah.
That's what
Zach's for.
that's what Zach's for.
All right. He'll put his shoulder into it, man. Zach Nafine, strength check. That wasn't actually what it was supposed to be, but it's close enough. A 14, he will kind of put his shoulder to the door and slam. And as you do, it takes like one or two kind of elbow shoves into the thing. Like the first one just nothing happens, and the second one he just boom slams it into the door, and you hear it crack as it wrenches free. However, for a second you hear as the whole house kind of groans, and you're all just kind of waiting there frozen for a minute until the noise subsides.
We're all gonna die in this shitty were-rat house.
And he'll kind of take a step away. He says, "Whatever's in there's not my expertise."
But you're also gorgeous.
So who wants to go in? Because he doesn't want to.
I'll go in.
All right, go for it. Let
Does
me.
that mean you want me to come out so that you
I
can...
was
No,
gonna say
it's-
Balin's already in.
All right.
Yeah, I'll follow behind Balin, I guess.
All right. So when you and Balin make your way into the room, you're looking. There seems to be a large table here, covered with all kind of apparatus. Let's turn that down. It makes it look like this place was once some sort of alchemy laboratory. The equipment in here seeming to have long since fallen into decay. You can see what look like ancient chemical spills have created weird stains and colorful crystal growths amid the sagging table and partially collapsed workbenches. And you can see at the far end of the table on the ground, you can just kind of see the shape of it as you peer your head over. Amid the collapsed benches, the mold and the broken glass, you can just make out what appears to be a rotted skeleton, still dressed in tattered clothing. Its remains kind of looking at first glance as if some sort of hideous deformity had kind of disfigured or transformed this skeleton. You can see the skull itself seems to be like half melted and weirdly elongated. One of its arms looks much closer to a bird's wing and talon than a human arm. The ribs themselves seem to have grown these kind of long spurs of bone that point inwards, and both inwards and outwards, and various other kind of minor deformities to the bones themselves.
So it looked like he was trying to shapeshift and died mid-shift.
It's possible.
That or Nearty's been experimenting again. Stargate reference for those of you.
Stargate Universe was good.
You said crystal.
Get it out.
I bit my tongue. You said crystalline growths, right? You're muted.
Yeah, in various kind of colors, and there's not a ton of them, but there are some of them kind of around the room looking like they came from various spilled beakers and things like that.
Are any of them especially pretty?
Sure.
Grab a couple of those.
Okay.
Are your fingers on?
Can we make out what anything is, or is it all
Wow.
just complete?
I really thought you were going to ask if we could make out with the skeleton.
You can definitely make out that there is, like, the skeleton was once a person, and the rest seems to be alchemical equipment. I don't know what are you looking for?
Does it have all of its toes?
But just, I mean, can we identify any of the weird concoctions at all? Like,
They've long since evaporated or been spilled.
But if we like start grabbing the toes and say, "This little piggy went to market," is it gonna lash out and try to kill me for offending it?
Are you gonna touch it?
Sure. Yes.
are you gonna touch it?
It does not seem to do anything.
Damn it.
Did you want to search the room for anything?
Yeah, I was gonna. I think I was napping when you described it. Did you say there's tattered clothes on the?
On the skeleton itself, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna search through that.
Not particularly much of value. Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh God.
Not bad. You can actually see you kind of turn the body of the tattered clothes don't hold anything of value really, but you can actually just make out the glint of something. It looks like the floor has been cracked or rotted away in kind of a corner of the room, and you can sort of see there seems to be a few things sort of hidden beneath the floorboards.
Hmm. Nothing. We weren't talking to you, Adam. It looks like there may be things beneath the floorboard. If we think we can pull some of them up without tearing the entire house down, perhaps we can find some bits of shiny. Hmm?
I mean, you're in a position you can just sort of rip the board up and try and pull out whatever's down there if you'd like.
Okay.
All right.
Do the thing.
So as you kind of crack this soggy kind of rotted board out and throw it away, it doesn't look like the whoever was living here, the witch, probably stored this stuff. It kind of seems to be buried in a little bit of dirt down there. It was probably hidden by someone else, but it seems like they've been stashed in a relatively dry little nook under the floorboards. You can find what appears to be a small pile of gold coins, probably about 35 of them. There is what appears to be a fairly well-crafted dagger with a steel, like in a steel scabbard. And there is one or two spell scrolls that you can't readily identify. There is also what appears to be a heavier kind of journal / book.
Would I be able to read this spell scrolls?
Yeah, you can tell that the spell scroll, one of them is a scroll of cure light wounds, and the other is a scroll of water walk.
Water walking?
Yeah.
Sweet! Can we
Or-
snatch those things?
Or water walking. It just you immediately
It's- You know, you gotta walk on the water to get to in the swamp.
while dancing to the weapon of choice. Video is so good. I didn't know he could dance until I saw that video.
That
Anyway,
was he can't dance. That was CGI.
he was still good at brainstorm. Shut up.
I don't
I
actually
just
know if it was
watched
CGI. So yeah, there's, I mean, leafing through the journal too, you can see that this largely seems to be a spell book, and mostly less spells, more alchemy recipes. Though it also seems to be punctuated with, bits of handwritten notes and things like that.
I'd like to keep the journal.
Okay. Do you want to take a look
What
through
will
it
you
for
give
anything?
me for it?
I will give you whatever you want for it.
You better remember you said that.
I'll hand the book over.
That a
Yeah,
bad.
I wanna look through the journal. Please.
Okay. The journal, as far as you can tell, again, skipping through the thing, you find a lot of a lot of it sort of details various exploits when checking the swamp. None of them are particularly dated because it doesn't look like whoever was writing this cared that much about the actual date itself. But there are quite a few entries. Mentions of goblins catch your eye. Mentions of other things in the swamp. And also, there seems to be more than a few entries that concern, mention the word coven, hags, witches, this and that. So it seems like whoever owned this was either involved with or concerned with the movement of other kind of magic practitioners in the region.
Is there anything
Of
would help us in terms of locating?
Yeah, roll me a perception check. We'll see if you can find anything in the book. I'll make Ashley specifically because she's the one who is looking for the information. There's a lot to sort through, and you're not really keen on, nothing stands out particularly, but you do manage to find on one of the most recent entries, is like the farthest back in the book as far as you can tell. There is an entry, and it seems to say, it says, strange stories have been arising from the Tick Wood. A new hag unaligned with any coven seems to have taken up residence there and waylaid many travelers, or so the stories go. But why this far to the south, or this far to the north? I'm sorry, and what her purpose is, I don't know. She has produced no children that I know of. That's the entry.
That's probably the person that ate my parents. Not the bird person. So should we maybe like stuff that in a pocket and keep looking in case the house decides to fall on us?
Yes.
Also, the dagger can.
Yeah, you can take all of it.
See if it's a good dagger, a magic dagger.
Are you a good dagger or a
it's-
bad dagger?
It's fairly well crafted. The house is groaning pretty massively, so you guys can either start kicking open more doors, or like if you want, and looking for more stuff, or you can do something else.
Let's just like shove everything in our pockets and our bags and keep looking, because we're gonna die.
Oh well, eventually, yes.
Sooner rather than later if we stay in this house.
What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm gonna give the dagger to Lycon.
Okay. Yeah. We'll assume you distribute the loot. You don't necessarily have to do that right now.
I'm gonna say, guys, like it looks like this house is not long for this world. We can keep searching, or we can make a go for it before we have some problems getting out.
Lycon will he'll kind of like be his hand testing one of the walls, and it's kind of like it kind of sways a little bit. He says, "Yeah, I don't think this thing's gonna stand up to too much door kicking."
All right.
So can we move? Can I move through into the next room?
You wanna keep looking? Because
Yeah.
Lycon, it seems like at least Lycon and Xantor are probably on their way out the back door.
Oh, you want to leave?
That's their point, is that we need to get out of the house before
The house is collapsing. We don't want to stay.
What?
I mean, I guess we found the good room. Okay.
Suppose
leave.
He says, if it does collapse, we can always come back later.
search the rubble.
Besides,
Okay, let's leave then.
we have another shipwreck nearby.
I have an idea. It might not work. It might buy us some time. If everyone could step out of the house, I want to try.
You're in my way.
All right, sorry. You can walk past me now and come back. Everyone steps out of the house. I want to cast. Can I cast Entangle on the house, which should like add like vines and add some like kind of strengthen the like
The structural integrity of the domicile.
yeah. Could I do that?
The entangle vines are not like they're enough to entangle like a person's legs. You know, they're like thick weeds and stuff. They wouldn't be enough to like this house is the whole roof is swinging. You can't create vines like that'll like that precise and that long.
Okay. All right. Well, there goes my idea. We should get the fuck out.
All right.
We did. You.
So you guys
I left. I was just staying at the front door.
That's fine. So you guys want to make your way out of the house and back into the swamp. You do know that according to the map, there are two things nearby. There's both a cave and a shipwreck, which you seem to be interested in exploring both of. So which would you like to go to?
I go for the cave.
The cave near here.
The cave and the shipwreck are about the equidistant apart.
Equidistant.
And while you're deciding, thank you to Crunklord for following. Welcome to the madness, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. I vote for cave too.
Cave. Okay. So you know that you guys are going to have to cross some water to get there. You have the
Can
ability...
I cast water walking on us?
From the scroll?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, bam. No more octopi.
All right, let me just check this. Target is... Oh, up to 10 willing creatures you can see gain this ability for the duration. So you guys, as she kind of unfurls this scroll and begins reading from it, you guys all are granted the ability to walk on water for 1 hour.
Is Muffy with us?
Yes, everyone is with you. I may not have their tokens exactly, but they're with you.
Okay.
Who's Muffy?
So, Mafe.
Oh, Muffy.
All right. So you guys can make your way along the shore here, and because you have water walking, it would make it fairly easy if you want to detour to the shipwreck as you're kind of making your way down the river. It's up to you.
It's like a triangle. We could either go to one and go down to the other.
According to the shipwreck would be directly to the north. The cave would be directly to the south.
So, do you guys still want to go to the cave or the shipwreck?
I still want to go to the cave.
Okay, let's go to the cave.
Done. So as you kind of water walk your way down the river, undisturbed and very quickly, as this makes traveling quite easy, you're actually able to follow this tributary inland, considering that now walking on water is considerably easier than trudging through the mud for you guys. And as you make your way down this tributary, let me grab all of your tokens. 1 second. Copy. Okay, here we are. You guys are you arrive. Give me 1 second. Okay. You arrive here. Let's put some cat. There we are. Nope, I want swamp sounds. That's what I want.
Aha.
Alright. So, you guys see where you are, right? You're
Yes.
all right here. Cool. So as you are making your way down, you can see the this large cliff wall looming up in front of you, and you can just barely see where this cave should be. You can see it. There's a 50-foot high cliff rising along the marsh's southern border. Its face a tangle of jutting rocks and bright green vines and nettles. A curtain of these thick nettle vines partially seems to conceal a cave opening at the base of the cliff.
Do we detect anything awful keeping us from just smooshing through the vines?
I mean, there's nothing directly in front of you.
Well, I mean, if we move the vines, do I detect anything? Is there a trap, or is there magic, or are we gonna die if we touch the vines?
I don't know. You haven't gotten up to them to inspect them.
Okay, well, I'm gonna walk up to them and see if I see anything.
Looks like a dry kind of prickly tangle of thorny vines.
Can Lycon see if there's any traps on it?
Lycon will walk up to them and say, I mean, he'll roll a perception. Let's see.
Well, doesn't he have a detect trap? Or
It's perception.
yeah.
He kind of walks over, like, takes out a dagger and, like, sticks it in and kind of, like, pushes the sort of curtain of nettles to the side, and he says, seems fine.
Okay. Well, does Lycon want to push the stuff out of the way and walk in?
He'll say, no, you can do that.
That's probably exactly what he would say. Okay, I'm just gonna walk in.
All right. You kind of push your way inside, and you find yourself in sort of the curtain of nettles. It is kind of prickly and kind of sharp to the touch, as you do kind of find yourself suffering from these little kind of jabs and burrs. But as you push your way in, you see that the cave branches off both in two directions. This way, you don't really see you can't really see much down the tunnel. However, this way you can see there appears to be like water is running down the cave wall and is sort of collecting in this little stream that is flowing downwards. Make sure you have a torch.
Okay, guys, do we want to go this way or that way?
This way.
Are you even in the cave?
That way then.
All right. I'm gonna say you guys can all kind of cut your way past the nettles and make your way in. And once you're in, do you want to follow the river or do you want to go the other way?
Other way.
Other way.
Okay. Who's going? Because it's only wide enough for one person.
Well, Xantor's already in front.
Okay.
Onward to victory.
Sagittarius,
Alright.
go ahead and move where you want to move.
I guess the other way, this way.
All right. As you make your way south down the path, you step into a chamber. All right, chill. Hold on 1 second.
Oh, sorry.
You step into a chamber that is just sort of the walls around you are draped in thick, hanging spider webs.
Nope.
Oh, shit.
Nope. Alright, and I'm gonna like whisper like back up.
Beep, beep.
Water it is.
All right.
Did you just go nope, fuckity nope.
I don't do insects or spiders.
Uh,
That is the land of nope.
Okay, so I'm not gonna make you guys wander down. I'm just gonna kind of take you down this cave. You can kind of follow this shallow river. That's not supposed to be there. Hold on 1 second. That's not supposed to be there. You follow this shallow kind of river. The cave itself being very slippery, but you can kind of keep your footing remaining sure as you cross the chamber, and eventually you will get to this point here where you see the cave opens into a larger chamber, the water itself lapping down from this tributary and forming a large pool at the southern end of the cave. And you can see that this particular chamber is strewn
I was
with
gonna say it's full of dead people.
it is strewn with bones and armor.
We had to come to the cave.
Bones and armor. So bones. Is there any flesh left on the armor, or is it just like?
Do you want to walk up and inspect? It doesn't appear to be that you can see. You can see the armor itself does not look like anything you've ever seen. It's rotted, kind of dry rotted and decayed, but the shape of it, the helmets, there are kind of helmets that flare out at the side. There are sort of like breastplates that are just kind of made up of like little kind of strips of metal and some kind of woven material. It's hard to tell. It just does not look like the normal armor that you've seen on soldiers and stuff.
What does it look like? Like it looks like armor of like a weird creature.
No, it just looks like
samurai armor.
it just looks like armor that's it's similar. It just looks like armor that's exotic.
Is any of it usable?
You're gonna have to go inspect.
All right, I'd like to inspect to see if any of the armor is still usable.
All right. So as you kind of make your way over to one of the skeletons, you kind of push it over, and you can see maybe some of the pieces here might be salvageable. A lot of them seem to are encrusted with mud and just look like they've been rotted by time and muck and weather. And as you kind of push the skeleton over, its kind of jaw clatters off to the side, and you see roll me a perception check, please.
Are there any insignias on the armor?
We'll get there in 1 second. Just roll me a perception check.
Perception.
I should have done.
I can roll again if you want.
Hold on. This is what I want. All right. So as you are making your kind of pushing over. Wow, that was really loud. You're pushing this skeleton over. You don't actually notice as you hear kind of a faint scraping sound as its arm is going to sort of just out of your view is going to slowly kind of drag across the stone ground and its bony hand kind of grasping the rotted and pitted blade next to it. And as it does, the skeleton is going to begin pulling itself to its feet as the rest of the skeletons also begin doing just that. They all kind of begin rattling, their bones animating and rising where they stand. And as they do, they're all just kind of like lurching in their armor, just raising these kind of curved blades and getting ready to attack you.
Doesn't Zach have turn undead?
He might, and as the one near you is gonna go and sort of shamble forward to strike, that's where we're gonna end it for tonight.
I thought you were gonna say roll initiative.
Nope.
I was debating between the two. I was like, he's either gonna say roll initiative or he's gonna say that's where we're going.
I think
So-
it's a breath mint.
Oh, let's go into the cave and fight the spiders and the dead thing.
So that
Oh, I'm
is
sorry, let's live in town and die of old age at level 1.
man, I like this music, by the way.
That would be a fun D&D show. So today we're gonna go to the market and buy groceries.
They have
Cliffhanger.
turmeric, buy 2, get 1 free.
Bird vs. Plane says. So yeah, that's all we're going to get done tonight, guys. We're actually calling it a little bit shorter than normal, but obviously we have some people that are just exhausted, and also I don't want to dive into another fight without the rest of our party here. We have obviously next week we will have hopefully we'll have Chris back. Josh said he might be, so it's possible he might be here. So we might have the entire crew back together, and a big fight is happening. But lots of interesting stuff, lots of secrets revealed to the crew. And which track is this? I don't know. Oh, which track in Sirenscape? This is Flooded Cavern, which is I like the music to it. It's really, really cool. So yeah, that's all we're gonna get done tonight. Thank you so much. Obviously, we have a lot of stuff to get through before we go, but I want to give a big thanks to my players. I'm gonna go look for something. I want to go around to each of you. Let's get some thoughts for tonight and any quick shout outs. I know Trendane's about to pass out, so I will let him off the hook for tonight. Unless
my name's Trent Sparks. I'm a freelance voice actor. I will be playing Bailey.
And he's awesome.
I'll probably be exhausted next weekend too, because that's our big furry convention, and so I will be coming back here directly from there, and I will probably be pretty wiped out. So
Are you gonna wear a suit?
I don't know.
Wear a suit?
What's your animal?
I'm a wolf.
He's a wolf. Have you met him?
By the way,
She said with like 100% confidence, I'm a wolf.
don't guys, if you don't jump out of the stream
You're
just
fine.
yet, because we're gonna go host someone in just a second. We're gonna kind of pass the love on to a friend of ours, but go check out Trent. His link is in the chat.
Yeah.
Adam, how you doing, man?
Actually, I just sent a
I'm
tweet
alright.
before the thing that shows the fursuit stuff that was being photographed in my living room earlier today. So go check the tweet out, and it's kind of like, go, Adam.
I'm good. I'm Adam. I'm a MMO gamer, streamer. I'm gonna start streaming a lot more on Xbox One now. Have a show totally tweaked with Chris, who's not here, but also while he's getting his house built, he's not keen on streaming as much. So I do a lot of the streaming, and I'm not good at chatting with my audience, only because I have like one singular monitor, and I get like very focused and very competitive. So if you want to watch like me in absolute silence drinking for several hours, sure. While we no, we're actually working on our format. We finally got some new cam software up. We're gonna start drinking, talking about what we've got, bringing some new cast members to the show. Actually, some of our other drinking buds who will like liven it up quite a bit. So check out Totally Tweet 3.0. We'll be doing a lot more Xbox One gaming, and should be fun. So Ashley, take it away.
I'm Ashley. I'm on Two Dorks TV for streaming, and we stream something almost every night. We've got Horseshoes and Hand Grenades on Thursday. That's our podcast, and the rest.
Nice.
Do it.
I miss you guys.
Wait,
Horseshoes
that's
and
what
hand
the H&H stands for.
Yeah, horseshoes and hand grenades.
Okay.
We do odd and crazy news and Mad Libs and get distracted and have fun. But yeah, we stream on Two Dorks TV. There's pretty much someone on there every night. So come hang out with us.
Awesome. So go check those guys out. The links are in the chat, so absolutely show them some love. My name, by the way, is Astrid. I am the host and dungeon master here on Exploding Dice. And if you guys have not followed already, you absolutely should, because it's the best way you can hang out with us every week, get updates, all kinds of awesome content. Let's put on some really epic fantasy music right now because we need it. It's the best way to get all kinds of crazy, awesome D&D content, like this show, and like my awesome talk show called Fuzzy Dice, which is every Tuesday. Dice Lulu's been yelling that at you in chat. Don't worry about it. You know where to find it. You can hit me up on Twitter. It's just @Askren, and be friends with me, and we'll talk about D&D stuff. And as always, big thanks to everyone who hung out with us tonight. Every one of my players. We are going to go share the love. So we're gonna go throw some raid love into !raid. I'm the Blue Ranger,
That's fun.
and we're going to I think that's him. Yes, I'm the Blue Ranger. We're gonna go send the love to him, so definitely hit that link, pop in their chat. They're doing more D&D stuff, more role-playing game stuff right now. So go tell them that Exploding Dice sent you, and you know, we will continue this hype train. I'm the Blue Ranger. So they're awesome, by the way. Shadowhack90 has shared the love with us a couple times before, and we want to pass it along. We're gonna get out of here because we're all very tired, but you guys, as always, don't let Dice Thulu get his tentacles on you, because you might turn into a crying man-bear were-rat.
Yes.
It's not a thing. It's not gonna happen.
It's a thing. It's a thing.
We'll see you next time, guys. Take care. Bye, guys.